I feel like when I was younger, I wanted to learn Chinese because I wanted to learn a language that wasn't Latin-based. And I also, China is like, I always wanted to learn Chinese because it's one of the oldest languages. And it's one of the longest lasting languages, and it's also in a character system, which I always thought was very beautiful, and very different from what I was used to with letter system. So I just, I thought it would be interesting for me to learn a language because it helps you gain insight into a new culture. And I was never like, my Chinese is not perfect or whatever, but like I always felt like it would, I would learn a lot more if I tried to learn, a language not based in Latin. So I thought Chinese would be cool. And when I was younger, I did like Chinese Kempo karate, and my dad practiced acupuncture. And so I feel like maybe some of that stuff was what first influenced me and piqued my interest in Asian culture. I also love the food, so I feel like maybe like growing up, like having like dim sum and like going like to different places like Chinatown when I lived in New York. It was like always the coolest part of those trips. So maybe that's it. I'm not sure.
Cool. Do you like bubble tea?
Oh yeah, I love bubble tea. I just had some earlier. Well, I didn't do it by myself, and I still have a lot to learn. But when I was in high school, when I was in middle school, I got like a tutor. There was a Chinese cultural center by my house, and I found a tutor through them. And then when I went to high school, they offered a program where you could leave high school early and go down to the university, and you could study there with the college students. So I did that. And then I felt like I just tried to learn enough. Like I always had this, sorry, I need to turn my phone off. I apologize. My mom is trying to call me. I always had this vision that it would be really cool to try and learn enough of the language so that I could sing a song in Chinese, and that's why I'm trying. So I'm trying my best. I try to study when I have spare time, and I'm hoping that like when I get back on the road, I'll have enough free time to like download the apps and stuff and listen. But yeah, and I have a lot of Chinese friends, so so maybe I'll practice with them. I don't know. Sometimes when I speak to Chinese people though, like they get excited. They're like, "Oh, this is tight," and then they start speaking to me really fast, and then I have to be like, "All right, slow down." Say that again. My Chinese is like is very basic when it comes to like speaking to people who are really fluent. But I wanted to learn the language and sing in the language because I wanted to show people that I'm making an effort. I feel like a lot of times there's not enough of an effort made by Western artists. And so whether or not like my Chinese is perfect or isn't perfect or I make mistakes, like is besides the point. It's more of like the fact that I wanted to show people that I care.
Your Chinese lyrics is really good,
Well, hopefully that I had a lot of help, and I tried to make it as good as possible, and hopefully in the recording it's better than when I'm like speaking back and forth, but I'm learning, Well, I just try to, as I'm going through different experiences in my life, whether they're happy or sad or whatever, I try to just be as present as I possibly can. And when I'm going through like a sad time, I don't write about it. I wait until time has passed, and then I look back on it, and whatever the first words are that come into my mind, I try to write them down in a journal, and then I pick the prettiest words out of that, and then I try to turn them into lyrics. So, well, the good news is when I write the English version always comes first.
Yes.
And then I have a friend who's based in China who is like helps me do with all the translations and everything, and then walks me through it step by step. So I definitely don't have the trouble of doing it on my own. So it's much easier than it would be had I tried to figure it out myself. I kind of like, I feel like writing lyrics in a certain language is like one of the most advanced things you can do in the language. So I never like set out to do it by myself, because I just feel like in order to actually write lyrics in Chinese that would be convincing, I would have to have lived it for my entire life. So I think the hardest part is probably the recording process, because obviously no one can really do that for me. I have to like go in and sing it. So just like making sure that like it sounds convincing enough in the recording process, I think was the most challenging portion. Oh, the second one for sure. Yeah, the Way You Felt one, because like there's way more words too. And when I did the first one, Zhao sung like half the song, so I only had to do like the first verse and chorus, and then she did everything else, you know? So it was much easier for me. But the second one was more challenging, because also like there's more words in the song. I memorized them. I know I memorized everything, but like I could sing it by myself if I wanted to, or if I needed to, which I plan on doing. If I ever come, which I will. I actually just spoke to some my managers, and they were telling me about like my Asia tour dates. So I fully plan on singing these songs in Chinese by myself. It'd be so tight if I could get Zhao actually to come and do like come up on stage with me and sing. That'd be really rad. But hopefully I won't have trouble memorizing it and doing it by myself. I think if I do it on stage by myself for the first time in front of people who are native Chinese speakers, I might be pretty nervous. But whatever, I'll try.
I think many fans will sing with you.
Yeah, that's right. So if I forget, I can just sort of like, you know, aim the mic at the crowd. My favorite Chinese singer would be Lu Si Zhao now, because we did the song together, so it'd be her. But I don't know, maybe, let me think. Yeah, I'm gonna say Zhao, just because we did the song together. Who's your favorite singer?
Chinese?
Yeah.
I think it's maybe Zhou Xingzhe or Zhou Jielun.
Okay, I need to check both of those people out. Or Jay Chou, actually, I really like
Jay Chou is Zhou Jielun.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Okay.
So every Joe is Zhou Xingzhe.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
It's nice to meet you. Thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well, and I hope I get to see you in person soon. Bye.